I'm Miss Larisa. I am the children's librarian at Matthews, and I am very excited to be closing out our day of storytelling with you today. I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about something exciting that's going on at the library this summer. It's an exciting way to win prizes while having fun and keeping your reading skills sharp. You're invited to be part of the summer break Read, Learn, Explore program at the Charlotte Mecklenburg Library. It runs June 1st through August 13th. You can participate by logging your reading and activities on summerbreak.cmlibrary.org to earn fun prizes. For more information, check out summerbreak.cmlibrary.org or come see me at the Matthews Library or go see your favorite librarian at any Charlotte Mecklenburg library. I can't wait to help you sign up for summer break. I'm also super excited to tell my story today. The story that I am telling today is a story of Helm. There is a real city, a modern city named Helm that is on the border of Poland and Ukraine in Eastern Europe. But this story is set in the Helm of 130 years ago, where lots of stories of Jewish folklore are set. Lots of authors have told stories of Helm, including, if you've ever heard of Eric Kimmel, who wrote and retold stories of Anansi, like Anansi and the Moss-Covered Rock. He writes stories about Helm also. One of the features of the stories of Helm is that the town is full of very smart people who don't have very much common sense. In fact, you could almost say, and some of that folklore does say, that Helm was a town of fools. I will leave that up to you to decide after you hear this story. Like I said, this is my story that I'm reading, that I'm sharing. Can hens give milk? Now, I will tell you, I'm going to be using the word hens a lot today. This is a story that was told by Joan Betty Suckner. And every time that I say the word hen, I want you to give me your best bark any way you want. Cluck like a hen. Every time you hear the word hen, because you're going to hear it a lot. What do you think? Can hens give milk? Let's find out. Our story starts with Shlomo and his wife Rivka. They had 5 children, 12 scrawny hens, 1 rooster, and not much money. One day, Rivka said, "We get lots of eggs that our hens lay. But if we owned a cow, we would have fresh milk and cheese." Shlomo thought about what Rivka said. He thought and thought about it. He thought about it while he lay in bed that night until he fell asleep. Now, Shlomo was a dreamer, and sure enough, that night he had a dream. He dreamt that he saw a cow standing in their tiny pasture eating fresh green grass. Then he saw Rivka, and Rivka was milking the goat. "That's it!" Shlomo shouted, and when he shouted, he woke up Rivka. He also woke up their youngest daughter, Tova. Tova came running in. "Papa, Papa, what's wrong?" she cried. "Let me ask you a question," Shlomo said. "Why do cows give milk?" "Everyone knows the answer to that, Papa," Tova said. "Cows give milk because they eat fresh green grass." Shlomo and Rivka beamed at their youngest child. "What a wise child you are," Shlomo said, "a true daughter of Helm." "Well, I think that if we give our hens fresh green grass to eat, they will still give us eggs. They will still lay eggs, but they will also give us fresh milk." "Shlomo," Rivka said, "you are a genius." "I am indeed," said Shlomo, and he blushed. Tova yawned and went back to bed. Shlomo and Rivka fell back asleep too, and while they slept, they dreamt of fresh milk and cheese, and their mouths watered all night long. The next morning, Shlomo and Rivka tried to feed the hens fresh green grass, but the hens refused. They wanted only to eat grain as usual. Shlomo and Rivka were puzzled. Cows find fresh green grass irresistible, said Rivka. But our foolish hens turn up their beaks in disgust. Why is that? Their 4 oldest children merely shrugged. Oh. But Tova said, Papa, I know how to solve this problem. Take the fresh green grass and roll it into tiny pellets that look just like grain, and then the hens will eat it. Rivka clapped her hands. Who would dare say our Tova has anything but a wise head on her shoulders? She is a true daughter of Helm. Shlomo and Rivka got to work. They rolled the grass into tiny pellets. Still, the hens refused. The children scattered the pellets all over the yard. They watched, they waited, and still the hens refused. They wanted only to eat grain. Tovala, Shlomo said. You are smart. The hens, they are not so smart. You must think of a new idea. And Tova did. She told her brothers and sisters to grab the hens. The hens were not overjoyed. But as they opened their beaks to protest, Tova was ready. She popped those pellets inside their beaks. The hens clucked mightily, and the pellets gave them hiccups. The hens squawked and ran to their chicken coops. Shlomo, he was optimistic. By this time tomorrow, he said, we shall have both fresh eggs and fresh milk. Tova had one thing she had to do before she went to sleep that night. When everything was quiet in the chicken coop, she crept in and placed bowls under each of the sleeping hens. All night long, Shlomo and his family dreamt of fresh milk and cheese, and their mouths watered all night long. The next morning, they rushed to the chicken coop. Shlomo and Tova lifted up the hens. They peered inside the bowls, but they were empty. Empty! Not only was there no milk, but those angry, hiccuping hens had not laid one single egg. Shlomo scratched his head. These stubborn, foolish hens. What are we going to do? He cried. Now we don't even have eggs for our breakfast. Tova said, I know who can help us solve this problem, Papa. I'll be right back. Before long, Tova returned with the wise rabbi of Helm. The rabbi was the religious leader of the town, and he was very wise. Shlomo and Rivka led him to the hen house. The wise rabbi examined each hen one by one. He opened their beaks and looked down their throats. He turned them to the side and looked at their feet. He scratched his head too, and he pulled at his beard. This is a puzzle, said the wise rabbi. I'm not sure I can help you. Tova had been watching the rabbi. As she watched, she had an idea. "Excuse me, Rabbi," she said, "but did you check underneath the hens?" The rabbi looked down at little Tova and frowned. He put his reading spectacles on, lifted up a hen, flipped her over, and checked underneath. His eyebrows rose in amazement. He turned to Shlomo. "Your Tova. She is a true daughter of Helm." "What do you mean by that?" asked Rivka. The rabbi handed Shlomo the hen and showed Shlomo her belly. "Look." "What?" said Shlomo. "There's nothing there." "Exactly," said the rabbi. "These hens have no udders. They are regular hens. They are not milking hens." "What?" cried Shlomo. "No udders? Not milking hens?" Rivka said, "Oh, I knew it was too good to be true." The rabbi saw their disappointment. "I'll tell you what," said the rabbi. "At home, I have 2 goats, 1 lonely rooster, but no hens. I will exchange 1 of the goats for 6 of your hens. Goats also give good milk. Then you will have milk and I will have eggs." Shlomo and Rivka thanked the rabbi. The next day, they exchanged 6 of their hens for 1 of the rabbi's goats. Now they would have fresh milk and cheese. And the hens, left to eat their grain in peace, began laying eggs again. Early one morning, Shlomo watched while the hens pecked at the grain that helped them lay such delicious eggs. Peck, 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 peck. Then he looked at the goat. "I never noticed," Shlomo said to himself, "but goats are much bigger than hens." That night, Shlomo had another dream. He dreamt that the goat ate a mountain of grain and then laid an enormous egg. Shlomo woke with a start. "Rivka!" he shouted. "Children, have I got an idea?" And that is the story. Can hens give milk? Thank you so much for letting me tell a story to you today. I'm so glad that I could, and I'm so glad that you joined us for Storyvine. Thank you very much, and hope to see you soon at the library. Please join us for summer break. Read, Learn, Explore. Bye. Thank you.